Hello, this is a video explanation for the Silver Chariot Datapack for Minecraft 1.16 up. I'm actually in one of the snapshots right now, so I can confirm it works in those, so it should work in the next version of the game. Okay. Okay. I like to make these because it's a lot easier to sort of show you how these things work rather than type it down, although there is a readme in the download file on Planet Minecraft in case you want to know anything that maybe is a little uncertain from this video. But I think I should be able to go over everything. Alright, so what is Silver Chariot? It's a stand from part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's pretty simple, it stabs fast. It's one of those earlier ones that was a little bit more basic in how it worked, so it's a little easier for me to put into the game. Alright, so I'll show off how you get it. So the easiest thing to do, that's not right. Alright, so the way it works is that it's the same as the other data packs I've made that get a stand from arrow, which is all of them but tusk. So the way it works, you throw a spectral arrow on the ground, then another star, you'll get a stand arrow from that. Alright, so in order to get a specific stand, you then throw the stand arrow down, and then whichever item that stand requires. So Silver Chariot uses an iron ingot, throw those down, and there you go. I now have a bunch of items, as well as this little Silver Chariot. So let me put them in their slots. That's that one, that one, that one. Okay. These are also these are a new item. These are glow item frames, so that's cool. Anyways, all right. So the way Silver Chariot works is that you get all these items in your inventory, and that's how you control it. So the first thing you want to do is summon the stand, and the way you do that is I like to press F to do this because that just swaps your main and offhand. You put this into your furthest right hotbar slot, so that one right there, and it will summon your stand for you. That's how all my stands work, but it still works here in case this is your first video. Alright, so there he is. You can see him. He floats around behind you. That's neat. If you want to desummon him, you put this in your offhand, so just press F, and he's gone. You resummon him, desummon him. He needs to be out for any of the abilities to work, so it's useful to have him out. Alright, so what are his abilities? Let's get into them. The first one we have is this strike item. I'm going to order these in my inventory the way I have them set up on this wall. So the first one, this is all of his basic attacks. So the two ways you can use this item are you can either click or you can put it in your offhand. So if you click, he will impale. That's that right there. You can see after a short delay he goes in front of you and stabs. The other thing it does is if you put it in your offhand, he will do a barrage. And all of these go in whichever direction you are looking. Right? So if you look up, he actually angles upwards and the hitbox moves upwards. And that works for both of these abilities. So to show them off, here we have a little skeleton that actually isn't doing anything. See, we impale him, we actually hold on to him, and then he floats because he doesn't have any AI. But this does a fair bit of damage, and you can actually barrage them while they are impaled. So all of this guy's hitboxes, they're a little smaller than the other stands, so it may be a little hard to actually properly hit him. But if you can get a impale, if you can stab him, you can hold him in place, and it'll be like pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward, honestly, but it's a straightforward stand. All right, the second item we have here is this eject blade / deflect. So this works similar to the strike item where it has two functions depending on whether or not you click or if you put it in your offhand. So if I click with this, he will go in front of me, then after a short delay fire the blade off, and you'll see that the blade does not does not aim itself right. I don't even know what's going on with that, but it'll fire the blade off, and if it hits a wall it'll stick in that wall, and if it hits a mob it'll do a lot of damage actually. So if I can aim it right, yep, okay, it hit the skeleton, and as you can see it is now stuck in this skeleton, and if I were to, I can't get it to move because it doesn't have any AI, and I don't know why that's the way that works. But if you were to move around and look around, this would stay impaled inside of him. So this is a pretty strong move. It's stronger than your normal stab, but the problem with it is that you can see when I fire that off, I no longer have my blade, and none of my moves work. So you have about 10 seconds after you've used this where you can't use any of your moves, so it's actually not really the best close, what would you call it? Like close combat ability, but it is kind of useful. Say if someone's far away from you and you want to get him, yep, just impaled him there. Alright, let's see, I have all these items, yep. Okay, let me put this on because the second function of this is to deflect. So if I put this in my offhand, similar to how the Barrage is, Chariot will stand in front of me, he'll swing his blade around, and what this will do is it'll deflect projectiles. So let me put arrows in here, and then I'll show you with fireworks, because I think fireworks are a little easier to see. Alright. Boop, boop. Oh, this is facing the wrong way. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, that was so... Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that bit out. Okay, so as you can see, this machine is now firing arrows. I'm gonna go over here, and it's kind of hard to see because of how... That's just how Minecraft renders things. But if I zoom out, you can see that when the arrows hit the spinning blade, it actually deflects the arrow in the direction that I'm facing. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, right? Like it'll basically go in the direction that Silver Chariot is relative to you. I just dropped my mic. I just dropped my mic. We're cutting that part out. So yeah, so that works on projectiles, such as arrows, but it also works on other ones. So arrows are a little hard to see. I'm gonna put some fireworks in there. They're gonna hurt me. So yeah, you can see that the fireworks are going, ow, wherever I'm looking. So that's another important thing to know about this too, is that he only deflects the projectiles that are in front of you, like directly in front of you. So it is definitely possible... I didn't mean to do that. It is definitely possible to be hit by a projectile that comes from behind you. You don't really want that to happen. So yeah, it works on arrows, works on fireworks, works on dragon fireballs, works on wither skulls, works on all those things that you would definitely want to deflect. Alright, and then the last ability is this one right here, is it's his armor. So Silver Chariot has the ability to remove his armor, and you do that by right-clicking with the item. As you can see, he took his armor off, he's thinner, he doesn't have his armor, and also my health went down. So what this does is it sacrifices your health for speed. So I'm down to 8 hearts, but I'm actually walking 1.5 times as fast as usual. And it's not just that that's faster, right? So the Barrage, as you can see, It looks about the same, but it actually does damage much faster. And this isn't as visually apparent as it is just DPS wise. It actually does about let's see, usually it does 12 hearts per second with the normal barrage, which is very fast. This one does 20, so you can kill like a player in 1 second if all of the hits hit. So it's very strong. It's very strong. Also, all of his moves now toggle faster. So before, when I would impale something, let me just take the armor off, and that's how you do it right there. If I had to impale him, you see there's a half a second delay. Then he's up there. Yep, now he's dead. Take the armor off, back down to 8 hearts. Everything's lagging. It's awesome. Okay, I didn't miss, but you can see that it was about instant. It takes like a 20th of a second to go out when you don't have your armor on. Also, your impale holds them up longer, so there is a time limit on the impale. It's about like it's 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds for normal armor. With this one, you impale them faster. Also, it lasts longer. It's about like 4 seconds, so you can get more damage in, and it's basically like a guaranteed kill if you can hit that. Of course, there's a downside, right? Like, you probably don't want to impale a creeper because that basically just holds them near you. You will take damage. It will be painful. All right. You can also, when you shoot your blade off, twice as fast. Blade still does what it does. You still don't get your blade back any faster, even if you switch to armor. If you switch to having your armor on, you won't get your blade. So don't try cheating me. And well, really, the deflect is the exact same thing. That's just like a problem with the texture, that weird little dot that's going around. I'm gonna fix that before I actually post this. And really, that's it. That's the whole stand. It's not the most complicated thing. It was fun to make, but I'm sure that some of you have noticed that there is another component to this, which maybe I haven't showed off yet, and that's true. I'm going to be making another video once I finish Silver Chariot's evolution. Once I finish that part of the pack, and that'll be in like a couple of days. It may be like a week. I don't know. That is a much more confusing stand to develop. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this for now. Gonna be uploading it, just Silver Chariot, and then once I add Requiem, that'll be you can just re-download the data pack, and I'll put it right in there directly. All right. Well, that's it for the video.